Hi everybody, how's it going? It's time for our process of elimination. I'm so excited. Congrats on getting first. Sorry, this music is very loud, but it's also very good, so I'm gonna keep it. Congrats on getting first, Looney. Hi Fiona. I'm glad that you're ready and excited. Hi NLG. Hi Gizmo. God, there's so many people. Hi Max. I hope you enjoy the lurk. You know, I'll be honest. Sometimes when I'm streaming, it's like, even if I like a game, sometimes it's a little bit like, I don't know if I'm really, like, Persona is one that I'm guilty of with this, where I'm like, I like playing it, but also it's an ordeal to play Persona. Whereas like this one, I've just been like looking forward to it the entire week. I didn't think I would like it this much when I started it last time, but like, it's just really good. It's so fun. I'm very excited. So for people who weren't here the last time, or like were here for part of it but not all of it, you can go check out the VoD if you want to see the first bit, because I know that feeling when you're like, when you're very invested in a game and someone starts playing it, you're like, I need to see what this person has done. I need to know all of it. So if you want to check out on the VODs, the first stream is over there. This one will be up there too. But yeah, we basically just got through the first chapter. We've seen an end to our idea. Also, hi Puppo. I don't know if I actually said hi earlier. I'm sorry. And hi Crybaby. Oh my god, sorry. I've been bad at keeping up with people. Excuse me. For some context, I guess, I made a video that's in the pinned comment that was like a bonus video, and recorded it yesterday, and then did all the editing and stuff today to get it out. And I still need to get the Your Turn to Die video done, and my voice is still a little bit fried, so I didn't get it done today. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to really grind on that one, and I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit. But yeah. Anyways, we got through the first chapter, lost our idealism, and yeah, now I don't know where we've been trapped by the Target brand Dalek, I think is where we're at. We're just gonna continue from there. I'm worried that monstrosity will come busting through the door at any moment. The rest of the detectives are in the same boat. No one can mask their fear that after that horrific thing came chasing after us. Any warm water? Yeah, I'll have some warm water. I'll put some honey in there. Yeah, look, I love it when a game does that. Honestly, I think it's part of why I like V3 so much. Hold on, my model's a little bit, I think I made it a little bit too big. But I like it when a game is like, oh, you think that they're safe? Oh, you thought? Fucking idiot. Absolute rube. Enjoy their death. Because, like, I feel like that's sort of the, I don't know, that's really exciting. There's only one person in a good mood. Of course it's him. Make him back. I mean, that's true. It's gonna turn out that there's dolls of her just like in Your Turn to Die. That's a bigger pull from that. Thank you for the follow, Manly Freddy. Welcome in.
おいおい、説明するまでもないだろう。我らがリーダー、理想探偵は死んだんだよ。
Alert box is having some issues, and I don't know why. Like, is there a way for me to like refresh the cache on this thing? Because it's been doing it for like a few days now. Let me just. No, that's the wrong thing. Okay, we'll try refreshing it and hope that works, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. I had to fuck around with it a bit because I'm going to be doing the VTuber SummerSlam stuff on, starting tomorrow, I guess. Shit, I can't believe it's already here. VTuber SummerSlam is like a charity thing connected to Gamers Out, or run by Gamers Outreach. I don't know how small my model is now. I can't decide how I want him. Maybe I can just move him over so he's not sitting in the way of that. Anyways, SummerSlam raises money for kids in hospitals to help them get like some equipment for gaming and stuff, so they can have a bit more of a normal time there. It's it genuinely does do a lot of good for kids in hospitals to have something to sort of keep their mind off of it. So I'm gonna be raising money for that starting tomorrow, and I had to rearrange my alert box to try and allow for the holy shit, I'm dying, I guess. To allow for the sound alert for that. Oh wow, really lost tracking. But yeah, and so then it broke it somehow, and now it doubles up all my alerts. Anyways. Hi, 30th Century Homer, welcome in. Anyways. Renegade's words chilled the entire room. Zai Sachi. Those of us who were with Holmes hang our heads while the others look at Renegade with incredulous faces.
嘘ですわ。あの女は頭脳だけでなく武道の腕前だって達人級ですのよ。どうせ彼女お得意の手品か何かなのでしょ。
I forgot how much.
そうに決まっていますわ。死んだと思わせて後からひょっこり顔を出してくるのです。
Oh,
本当に
gosh.
嫌な女ですわ。
いや、理想殿は確かに死んでいたぞ。
Oh,
あの黒い化け物が襲いかかって
I'm
きた
just
時、
saying ideal, isn't it?
我は真っ先に飛びかかり、
She really is.
その動きを
She's
止
the
めた。
audience insert.
だが
The audience surrogate.
奴のボディから飛び出す刃に気づけず、兜に一撃を受け、わずかの間だが意識が飛んでしまった。
I don't really get what's up with the armor. Why does it look like
襲ったあの刃で
caves in on the chest?
生きていてよかったよ。
ああ、確かに。生きていたのは行幸だった。しかし、
I don't know if being unconscious is.
あまりにも
Thank you for the
あまりに
follow.
も致命的な隙だったのだ。
Welcome in.
意識を取り戻した我が見たのは、理想殿が切り裂かれる瞬間だった。
Why is it still doing that?
立ち上がってすぐに駆け寄ったが、その時には
I
す
probably
で
broke
に
the
出
setting.
血多量で事切れていたのである。本当に
Hmm.
本当に無念だ。我が奴の隠し刃に気づいていれば、あと少し早く意識を取り戻し、理想殿の盾となれていれば、
I really want to see what
我
Armor's
が
face
も
looks
っ
like.
と強ければ、強ければ、くそくそー。
Oh. The entrance hall reverberates with the sound of Armor's gauntlets pounding against the floor. No one doubts his testimony. How could we? He's far too stricken by grief for it to be a performance.
さて状況を整理しておこうか。
No, there is no English dub for this. I kind of wish there was, but I like the voice actors as they are.
俺たちは敵の
And
罠
yeah,
にまんまとはめられて
I've had some
リーダ
family
ーを
members who spent a lot of their
殺す
childhood in
べき
hospitals, and it
そ
does
の
a
上
lot for
外に
them to
謎の
just
怪物を放たれて外部から遮断された状態
have something to make it
と
a
に
little
も
bit
か
of a
くに
better
も俺た
experience.
ちはしばらくこの洋館で生活するしかなくなったというわけだ。
Also, that does remind me though. As part of that, anyone who donates to the VTuber SummerSlam stuff is going to be able to get or be entered into a little draw to get one of the codes for Supervive, which I'm very excited for too. There's a lot going on this week. I'm kind of losing my mind.
八つ咲き子が潜んでいるであろうこの洋館でね。
Yeah, just a little bit.
八つ咲き子が潜むこの洋館で。
Everyone falls silent at Renegade's words. According to Holmes' theory, the Duke is still somewhere within Gorman Goss. What's worse, he could actually be hiding within our ranks. Nobody says a word, but it's obvious that all of us have begun eyeing one another with distrust. If this was his plan all along, then the Duke is even more formidable than I thought. He's killed like 500 people, I think, at this point, hasn't he? Or maybe it's only 100. He's killed a lot of people. I don't know how you could really underestimate him at this point, but whatever. Here in this room is a closed circle of detectives, with each one suspecting the rest. We've been lured into an extraordinary dilemma, one that I have yet to see in the pages of any mystery novel. Renegade detectives' words leave the hall deathly quiet.
私たちがやるべきことなど
Except for Posh.
決まっていますわ。
Posh is the first to break the silence.
理想探偵が語っていたこの洋館に潜んでいる八つ咲き子を見つけ出すのです。
I like
理
they're
想探偵を殺した
particularly
犯
torn
人
up about this one death when there were like 20 dead detectives out in the lab.
家族さんはショックを受けていないんですか？
受けていないわけがないでしょう。大声を出してごめん遊ばせ。私のような上流階級とて人間。
I
理想
just
探偵の死にショックは受け
Oh,
ています。
downtown is my favorite. I'm kind of sad that we haven't really heard from her yet.
だからこそ今すぐにでも犯人を見つけなければなりません。
True,
彼女の意志を継ぎ、この組織を率いるリーダーが必要なのです。
I don't know. Like if someone killed Wayne Gretzky, that would be sad. Or I guess Connor McDavid would be the better comparison now because he's the one who's still playing. But like, if someone slaughtered an entire team of NHL players, even if they weren't like the winners, I'd still probably say that's a little bit more threatening and intimidating. Bookworm is very, very cute. But yeah, they do seem to really respect her, which is, I don't know. They've got an interesting
リ
dynamic.
ーダーにふさわしいのはこの私家族探偵以外にありえませんわ
Also,
卑劣な作戦で理想探偵を死に追い
the
やった犯
localization
人
of
を
this one is really
必ず見
funny.
つけ出してみせましょう
I can't imagine that CAD really has a direct translation in Japanese, but like, it does feel like they're getting this vibe of like someone who
早速
theoretically
この
knows
館
what
の
an
捜査を
aristocrat
始めますの
is
で
kind of just like
失礼いたしますわ
smashing
ちょ
pieces
っと家
together.
族さん単独行動は危険ですよ
I still think
私も
he's
つ
up
いて
to
いくから
something.
待ってください
I don't really know what he's up to, but like he just has the vibe of being up to something, you know? Workaholic scurries after Polish as she strides down toward the hallway by herself. Doleful's, I don't mind Doleful. I feel like Doleful's kind of neutral for me because we haven't really seen very much from them. Bookworm is adorable. I was like, I liked them more than average right up until we saw the, what are they called? Are we able to see the thing in the lexicon? Where is it? The 7 forensic friends. This is so cute to me. I still am obsessed with these. Just slightly sus. I hope they get the Bruins. I hope they get the fucking Panthers. Fuck them. Also, okay, not to get distracted too much with hockey stuff, but part of the reason why I was late yesterday's stream was because I was with my family watching the Stanley Cup Finals. And wow, the Florida fans really have no sense of good sportsmanship, huh? Booing Connor McDavid for winning MVP as if they didn't just win the Stanley fucking Cup. Trash. What else would you expect from Florida? Anyways, yeah, there's 7 of them, I think, so we'll hopefully see more.
それじゃあ俺は自分の部屋でも見てくるかな
自分の部屋そんなのが割り当てられているんですか
ああ、この洋館はそも
Oh,
そ
it is
も
Mystic.
私たちのような外部からの客が泊まるための宿泊施設なんだ。
I feel like Renegade would be hot if Renegade's small town hot. There's nobody else in town who's attractive, so he kind of wins on a on a default. But like with Mystic there, he's he's running for second. Ooh, wow. Oh, Techie. Oh yeah, I was getting Bookworm and Techie confused a little bit. Yeah, Bookworm's relationship with Mystic is really cute. And downtown. Anyways, sorry, we'll get back to the story. I don't know what it is about this game that makes it really hard for me to like stay on topic. I
これ
just
だけ多く
run
の
everywhere.
客が来ることなどめったにないゆえ、一部のものは相部屋になっているがな。無能探偵は理想探偵が使うはずだった101号室を使うといい。
Someone's gonna die in the night.
各部屋の中にあるそうだ。
Or something's gonna happen in the night. There's no way nothing happens at night here.
部屋に僕が
Much for to think. I failed to do much of anything. Does someone like me really deserve a private room?
気分が沈んだ時こそよく食べ、よく眠れ。
Mystic speaks to me as if reading my mind.
私にも気持ちはわかる。目の前で誰かを救えなかった時、
He's really getting a little
無
bit
力
of
な自
Dimitri,
分を
which I
責め
like
てしま
about
う
him
の
too.
は仕方がないことだ。そんな状態の時はしっかりと休息を取るといい。十分な休息があって初めて人は正しい判断ができるのだからな。
ありがとうございます
Aw.
ブン、今日は部屋に戻ってもう眠るぞ。お前も早朝からずっと起きっぱなしで疲れただろう。
全然平気
Bookworm.
少女は凛と反論した
She's so cute.
凛としているどころか目がトロンとしているじゃないか。
She's so sleepy.
では皆の衆、また明朝に食堂で会おう。明日の朝食は
Also, how did I not realize that like his shoulders are exposed? I thought that was just like the pattern of his cloak, but having said his piece, Mystic takes Bookworm's hand and leads her up the staircase.
念のための確認なんだけど、科学ちゃんのフレンズを使っても外部との連
Hi
絡
Moira,
は取
welcome
れないの
in.
よね。
How are you?
ええ、研究棟と同様です。あらゆるフレンズを使ってみたのですが連絡できません。おそらくこの島の通信用のアンテナが破壊されているのだと思います。外部と連絡を取るためには島の中からアンテナを見つけ出すこと、そのアンテナを修理することの大きな2つの課題をクリアしなければなりません。
I think he's just taking Bookworm to bed.
洋館に閉じ込められている
Alright,
限り
hang on.
どちらも難し
I mean,
そうですね。
He's pretty technologically advanced. He ran there, I'm sure. Also, hi Kiefer, how are you? Thank you. I'm glad you liked the video. Oh yeah, right. I mean,
だからこ
I think he
そ
was also behind us
犯
by a
人ちゃ
fair
んはこ
bit.
ちらに閉じ込めたのね。まるで全然サービス
It's
し
like
てくれない
Gourmet's kind of the only one so far that I
お祭りの屋台みたい
don't
に
really vibe
いや
with.
らしい計画だわ。
I'm sure that'll change eventually.
美食さん
I addressed her without thinking, surprised by the intensity so unlike her usual self. Also, wait, Kiefer, did you get the... Did you see the update from Ace? I just got mine. It looks really, really good. Anyways. Gourmet immediately softens her expression in response.
ちょっと疲れてお顔がこわばっちゃったわ。
Gotcha.
ごめんなさいね、無能ちゃん。
Kiefer sees
今日
all
は
and
も
knows
う
all.
お風呂でぬくもってそのままお休みしちゃうわ。みんなも
Yeah.
夜更かししちゃダメよ。私たちはみんなで協力して、ホームズちゃんの仇を撃たなきゃいけないんだからね。
僕も作りたいものがあるので自室に戻ります。
Techie, that sounds like you're gonna die and leave a mystery for us to solve. With that, Techie and Gourmet exit toward the back of the entrance hall. Downtown Rowdy, Armor, Doleful, and myself remain behind.
無能くん、
Also, I don't know if the odds are very good of a
ごめんなさい。
PV game. It'd be nice if it was, but I don't know if it will be. Or if I don't know if it's likely. And yeah, Techie's design with the wheelchair and stuff, I think is a good balance of like not ignoring it. Because I don't like it when games will have a disability or something like that, but try and pretend it doesn't exist. But like, actually, does it say in his profile why it's... Like, I feel like they strike that balance of like not ignoring that stuff, but also not like with cerebral palsy. Oh. For whatever reason, I thought it was going to be like he got injured in the field or something. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. Thank you for the hydration check, Moira. Dolphin walks towards me and suddenly bows his head. I have no idea why he's sorry. What could have happened?
どうして謝ったんですか？何かありましたか？
These are the top 100 detectives in the world. They're part of the
きっと
detective
僕の
alliance.
体質のせいでリーダーは死んだから、
Yeah.
リーダー一人なら無事に逃げてこられたはずなんだ。それを僕が無理に投稿したから、僕のせいでまた人が死んでしまった。
飛脚さん。
The boy is cowering more than usual. He did mention before that his ability to do danger to himself. Maybe that has something to do with why he's so shaken.
顔を上げてください、飛脚さん。過去に何があったかは知りませんけど、あなたのせいではありませんよ。むしろあなたは
Wait,
機動探偵と協力して時間を稼いでくれたじゃないですか。
is he behind? Who's he behind? He's... I mean, yeah, but I think he's solved more complicated ones. Yeah, a little bit of an ad break. I just realized they have stats for him. Like his abilities are on the left side there, but interesting. Renee bought some time. Yeah, there
彼
you go.
が落石で足止めをしてくれていなかったら、僕らは間違いなく全滅していましたよ。
That slight delay was what allowed Armor to catch up in time to coordinate with Rowdy and Gourmet. While I was frozen in place, Doleful and Renegade assessed the situation and immediately sprung into action. Two top-class detectives like them are more than deserving of admiration.
僕なんて突っ立っているだけで何もできなかった。あの場で責められるべき奴がいるとしたら、それは僕です。僕に力があれば、ホームズさんだって守れたのに。
それは違うぞ、無能殿。
Oh, he's back. Armor suddenly envelops Doleful and me in a strong embrace.
リーダー殿を守るのは我の使命だったのだ。無様に気絶し、守りきれなかった我こそが責められるべきなのである。それに無能殿はあの時我に的確な指示を出してくれたではないか。
的確な指示って？そうだ、さっき地下でプラズマナックルっていう強そうな技があるって。
そうか、了解である。あの時の我は完全に焦り、鎧の機能のことなど忘れていた。無能殿に指示を出してもらえて本当に助かったのである。
いや、あの時はただ必死で、武装さんなら何とかしてくれると思っていたから。
とっさにあのような指示を出せるなど素晴らしいではないか。無能殿はあの時確かに我以上に我の取るべき行動を理解してくれていたのだ。この恩は決して忘れない。お主の命は必ず我が守り抜くから。
I think a lot of characters are kind of setting themselves up to die.
はい、男どもストッ
I
プ。
got downtown!
傷の舐め合いはそこまでにしようね。
いた。
She's going around pinching everyone? Clearly annoyed downtown gives each a smack on the head.
リーダーが目の前で死んで落ち込むのはわかるけどさ。
A kibosh?
ぶっちゃけ責任の所在を求めたって仕方ないっしょ。慰め合っても気分が良くなるだけ。今のうちらに必要なのはこれからどうするかを考えることだってば。
そうですね。ごめん、渋谷さん。
また謝った。無能先輩も飛躍先輩もごめん多すぎ。
Giving competent a
うちと
break.
一緒にいるとき
He's
は
just
ごめん
Canadian,
禁止ね。
okay?
次行ったら下にピアス開けてもらうから。
Jesus. Okay,
飛躍さんストップ。早速言いかけてる。
Hi Squidgy, how are you? Downtown giggles as she watches me bring Doleful to a skidding stop.
おーい、食堂の食い物を温めるから一緒に食おうぜ。お前らも飯の途中だっただろ。そういえばそうだったね。せっかくだしさ、みんなでご飯でも食べながら今後のことを話さない？
Imagine Danganronpa, but they're all the ultimate detective and they're surprisingly competent. And there's a serial killer trying to kill them, but his signature is that he kills in pairs. And we're functionally Shuichi Saihara, or Shuichi Saihara, but literally just named the incompetent detective, which I think is really funny. But also, yeah, it's basically, I think the story of it is Danganronpa, but the gameplay of it is Fire Emblem, which is cool. No, these are like literal, like true detectives, though. I mean, yeah, Armor is something else.
僕もご一緒させてもらいますね。大した意見は出せないと思いますけど。
無能くん。
As we follow Armor in downtown to the dining room, I feel Doleful tug at my sleeve, stopping me midway.
さっきは励ましてくれてありがとう。まだしばらく吹けれそうにはないけど、ちょっとだけ胸が楽になったよ。
Aww, we're not
君は本
incompetent.
当に
We're an
優しい
ally.
人だね。
飛躍さん。
Doleful's beautiful golden eyes look directly into mine. golden. Those are the most silver that I think they could be, but sure. Anyways, this gaze imparts a sense of heartfelt trust, one completely different from what he'd been conveying up until now. Hi, Lily of the Waves. Thank you for the follow. Also, yeah, the like, his lovely golden eyes. Okay, again, it keeps on making the sound twice. I don't know what's up with that. I'm so happy I could cry as Ghosh as that's. Oh, it's Ghosh.
よかったじゃないか、ワト君。君の努力の賜物だよ。
I hear a familiar voice right behind me and quickly spin around. The owner of the voice is nowhere to be seen. Was it just my imagination? There's nowhere to hide around here, so it must have been in my head. It had to be. Oh my god, now it becomes an Ace Attorney game.
ごめん、ちょっと空耳が聞こえただけです。気にしないでください。僕なんかの言葉で元気が出たなら嬉しいです。
No, Incompetent is very aware of color, although maybe he's just... He's like red-blue colorblind, except it's just lavender blue. Or no, it's hydrangea, isn't it? That was the one that he was in... The hydrangea-colored hair. Yeah. He's hydrangea blue colorblind.
でも一つだけ条件をお願いできるかな。
Oh, his hydrangea colored eyes, right? Yes.
何でも言ってください。
Oh, yeah, I guess he's just weird about eye color in general.
そんなひどい内容じゃないよ。僕と話すときは敬語はやめてほしいってだけ。
敬語？どうしてです？
続きは食堂で話そうか。きっと他のみんなも僕と同じ気持ちだと思うから。
Oh, okay. Who died in here, do you think? The doleful detective and I join the others in the dining room and begin preparing the food. We reheat the soup, lightly toast the baguettes in the oven, and divide the salad between us. We then gather around the table and, following Downtown's lead, dig in.
ああ、無能先輩の敬語。うちも気になってたんだよね。
I just love this music. This is so good. As we begin to eat, the topic of my stiff behavior is brought up with everyone. Downtown chimes in while painting her nails.
年齢的には上なんだし、うちにも敬語やめてね。なんかゾワゾワしちゃうし、うちは使わないから。
I do like that half of the top detectives in this agency are children.
でも探偵としてはみんなの方がキャリアが上だし、探偵同盟という組織の中では一番の新米だし。
小さいこと気にすんなって。俺なんて厨房なのに。
So Rowdy's in middle school.
おやすさんにもタメ口聞いてたぜ。あんたは使わないんじゃなくて使えないんでしょうが。まったく。この文明未開拓ガール。
Yeah, it's a nice art style. I like it.
文明未開拓ガール？なんだか知らねえけど、かっこいいな。気に入った。俺はこれから文明未開拓ガールの大和探偵様を名乗るぜ。
I always thought that Downtown was older. Yeah.
我は言葉などいかようでも構わん。重要なのは言葉ではなく相手に対する敬意があるかどうかだ。無能殿からは我々への、いや、全ての探偵へのリスペクトを感じる。言葉遣いなど気にしないのである。
僕も大切なのは気持ちだと思うんだ。
I think it's about a 50-50 split, crybaby.
お互いにタメ口で話そうよ。布くんもそっちの方が楽でしょ。
それはそうだけど。
Downtown, who's seated next to me, throws her arm around my shoulder as I mumble.
はい、決まり。
Hey, Fossil, how are you?
次に敬語を使ったらヤマトちゃんのパンチを一回受けること。
いちいち罰ゲームが重くない？そこまでの重責を負うことでもないでしょ
う。平気平気。
飛
脚ちゃんも一緒に付き合ってくれるから。僕もどうしてだって君もたまに敬語になるじゃん。人の振り見て我が振りメンバーってやつだよ。
Yeah, senior was over 18. I think ideal was basically our age. She's supposed to be. Dolphin cries out with remorse, his voice echoing through the halls of the manor. No, we're also in high school, I
食事が
believe.
全然進んでいない様子だが、平気か？
Armor, who is also seated beside me, shoots me a worried glance. It seems he's noticed that I haven't taken so much as a bite yet.
大丈夫だよ。ありがとう。食べないといけないって分かってはいるんだけど、体が全然受け付けてくれなくてね。
あのような事件の後なのだ。無理もあるまい。
Armor places a hand on his helmet. There's a faint scratch where his temple would be.
それって例の黒い何かにやられた傷？
ああ、この鎧さえ着ていれば深くは取らぬと油断していたな。手痛い一撃を受け、意識を失ってしま
They
った。
don't know.
父の開発した
They show some of their
鎧を
other
過信
stats,
して
but
いたん
nothing
だ。
that's immediately identifiable.
我は不不動の境地に
Hi,
至り、
Lunex, of course you
この
would.
世を完璧な鎧とすべく
How's
生
the
きて
cutie
きた。
doing?
あまりにも許されざる失態だ。
Armor clenches his fists as he speaks. His steel-wrapped fingers creak like an anguished moan stifling in its despair. Fuck.
次に対峙する際は、
I'm
我は
struggling.
必ずあの奇妙なからくりメカを粉砕してみせよう。我が命と誇り、そして磨き上げてきたこの鎧にかけてな。
平気そうに見えたけど、
Hmm.
武装さんもまだ事件のことを引きずっていたんだね。
Damn incompetent. You take satisfaction in his struggles? That's so
そ
rude.
の死から立ち直れずにいるのが僕だけじゃないと分かって。
お主や我だけでは
Oh,
ないさ。
true. It does kind of give Downtown's vibes. Armor gestures with his chin towards the other seated at the table.
みんな態度には出さないだけで、多かれ少なかれショックを受けているはず。
I kind
明
of
日以降のために
he's not done
無理や
yet.
り口へ詰め込んでいるのだろう。
I do kind of like that they like, because I feel like that's also one of the things about a lot of these games where it's like everyone who, like with Danganronpa, with whatever, you're usually around characters who are like not used to death, or at least not everyone is. I think it's kind of interesting that they're like, yeah, no, everyone here has seen a dead body before. Like they have developed their coping mechanisms.
食べられぬからといって自分を責めてはいけないぞ、
Oh.
無能殿。
I mean, I guess they'll make it literal.
人死にになれぬ身で親しいものを失えばショックを受けて当然なのだ。
Pre-read, apparently.
そうだね。
気持ちを切り替えるべく意識的に明るく話しているんだ。防ぐことのできなかった悲劇に心が負けないようにな。
I feel like in my head I
悲劇
remembered it
を
as
日常
being
と
a
思う者に
deeper pitched
探
voice.
偵を名乗る資格はない。悲劇を憎み、勇気を持って覆せるような強い心を持った者こそが
Right,
探
there's
偵なん
always
だ。
room for you, Dazzy.
だ
How
か
are
ら
you?
バト君、君も強くあれ。どんな悲劇にも負けない本物の探偵になるんだ。
I recall Holmes's words from no more than a few hours ago, making a big hell yeah. Also, I can't wait to see the art in the next. It's gonna be good. She has such high hopes for me, but we had parted for good before I ever had a chance to live up to them. So now there's only one thing I can do.
食事が喉を通らないなんて言っている場合じゃない。
I lift my spoon, which had been sitting idly this entire time, and slurp up a mouthful of soup. Should taste good. I can smell its aroma. Yet the flavor is cold and lifeless, as if my body is rejecting it. I tense, forcing myself to swallow. Hi, Kel. Congrats on getting third. Birthday gift for someone. Oh, okay, gotcha. I see. Then I'm sure that they'll love it all the same. And what do I mean? Right.
無能殿、苦しそうだが平気か？無理はしない方が。
へっく強くなるためにもちゃんと食べなきゃいけないから。
I take another sip of the flavorless liquid and shove some bread in my mouth. It's bland and dry, like eating a sponge, but I managed to keep it down,
生き残
I
った
guess.
僕にできるのはホームズさんが残してくれた言葉に従うこと。
The slurping? That was the game.
それだけだ。
He's eating soup.
ホームズさん、
Do I normally sound like
見
that?
てください。
Oh, no. Oh my god. Kel, thank you for the sub. It's 4 months. You love 4 months. Aw. Oh, wait, okay.
あなたの仇は
Wait. It is double playing the
持ってみ
alerts
せますか
for
ら
some. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can, because I didn't realize it was actually doing that, but I think it is playing 2 alerts at the same time in the alert box, which it shouldn't be doing. Let me see if I can fix it really, real fast. And the beetles are slamming into the floor. And they just no, we've basically just all been gathering and talking. Let me just see if I can fix the alert box really quick though, because it shouldn't be doing that. And I'm wondering if I I'll have to save. Oh, I think. Oh, that might be what it was. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna test with a follow. Okay, well now it's playing like 3 times. I don't know what the fuck that is. Gourmet cooks. Okay, so that didn't really work either. Whatever. We'll hope that it works. Let me see if anything else is broken here. No? Okay, I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. Seeing Gourmet. Gourmet was only on screen a little bit. She wasn't talking too much.
ごちそうさまでした。
After chewing with every fiber of my being, I finally finished my food. But for some reason, when I look around, everyone's eyes are wide like saucers.
みんなどうかした？
どうしたって。ボロ泣きしながら黙々と食事してたらそりゃ気になるし。
He's just fucking sobbing into the soup.
辛いことがあるなら何でも俺に言えよな。
I mean, to be fair, all the elderly are dying. I mean, I guess they took one of the olds and one of the youngs.
心配かけてごめんね。
The idea of him just like silently just sobbing into his soup. This isn't good. I got so lost in my head I wasn't paying attention to my surroundings. Getting too worked up about things has always been a bad habit of mine. I let out a deep sigh and began speaking quietly enough that no one else can hear.
ホームズ曰く仕事こそが悲しみを
Buddy, I'm so certain that they can hear you right now.
八崎港事件の解決に全力
Not
で
to
取
like
り
rain on
組
your
もう。
parade, but there is no way that they can't. Our meal continues quietly, and when I next look at the time, it's already past midnight. As we tidy up, the formerly tense atmosphere seems to have relaxed quite a bit.
ヤマトちゃんと無能先輩はさ、なんで探偵になったわけ？
I know it's repeated this
は？
music a bunch of times already so far, but I don't mind because I like
話
it a
に夢
lot.
中になりすぎて皿を落とすなよ。
Rowdy scowls while drying the dinnerware with a surprisingly delicate touch. Downtown snorts as she washes the dishes.
大丈夫だって。うちはコミュ力特化の探偵、渋谷探偵ちゃんだよ。
Oh, you were being serious about the Beatles. I didn't even mention that the other day, actually. I feel like I remember that.
どっかのバカ鎧みたいに皿を割っちゃったりしないって。
Look, Fossil, in my defense, usually someone vouch for me. It's entirely reasonable to suspect Fossil of just being a silly little goober.
本当にすまなかったのである。料理では手助けできなかったから、せめて皿洗いは手伝いたく、手伝いたく。
What an incredibly sarcastic.
大声出すなバカ鎧。あんたはそっちでおとなしくテーブル拭いときな。
合点承知である。破片の掃除を任せてしまってまっこと申し訳ない無能殿。
気にしないでよ。掃除は得意だからね。
In fact, it was my main responsibility back at the agency. Without me around, the office gets buried under dust and beer cans in no time. They sweep up the broken plate with a broom and dustpan, silently praying that Mr. Kanjoji's taking care of the housework while I'm out. Aw.
話は戻るけどさ、なんで二人は探偵になったの？皿を洗ってる間暇だし、教えてよ。
俺は大した理由じゃねえよ。生まれて初めて自分より強い人に出会って、その人が探偵だったから探偵になった。それだけだ。
ヤマトさんより強い人、どんな男性なんですか？
バーカ、女だよ、女。でもその人の拳はどんなヤンキーよりもヤーさんよりも半端なくてよ。パンチ一発で惚れちまったのさ。
Rowdy is streaming a hot to
その
go.
人を超えて地上最強の探偵になるべく努力を続けているってわけだ。
地上最強って。
いや、目指す方向性ずれてない？地下の闘技場で戦う系の探偵になっちゃわないでよ。んで、無能先輩は？探偵への憧れは人一倍強そうだけど、何かルーツでもあるの？
僕は。
Uh-oh.
昔友達が目の前で殺されたことがあってね。誰かを守れるような探偵になろうと思って頑張ってきたんだ。
そうだったんだ。ごめんね、軽いノリで聞いちゃって。
She's like, damn, that's rough,
こ
bro.
っちこそ急に重い話でごめん。
The little girl is ideal. Like the detective who got murdered. We thought that she died as a child, and then she came back and was like, hey, incompetent, I'm here still. You saved my life. And he was like, oh my god, I have so many questions. And then she got sliced again. She's kind of... She's really getting a rough go of it, huh? I mean, who isn't in this, but still.
ここから強くなるためにね。
そう思えるだけで十分強いと思うけどね。ああ、こっちの話気にしないで。
おいおい、俺らばっかり話をさせてずりーぞ。お前のルーツも話せよ、渋谷。
はい、皿洗い終了。お話の続きはまた次回ってことで。
おい、逃げんなこら。
Her sweater is very good. I like her a lot. Okay.
それじゃあ明日の朝は7時に
Yeah, we're gonna have
食
to
堂で
close
集
our
合しましょ
DS
う。
to save her life.
魔界殿が振る舞ってくれるというイギリス料理、楽しみなのである。
でもイギリス料理ってなんだろうね。フィッシュ&チップスしか思い浮かばないんだけど。
うなぎのゼリー寄せとか有名だよ。あまり女性が好む見た目じゃないけど。
Her line, like, I was saying that the other day too, like,
島から帰ったら調べてみようっと。
yeah, her outfit is very, like, she does look like an influencer to me, but it's like Christian girl autumn influencer, you know? Or like, right, like a little bit before that became the mainstream. But also, I think maybe it's been long enough that she's able to get away with it. But yeah, she's so good.
さすがに眠いな。俺は寝る前に上でシャワーを浴びてくることにするぜ。また明日な。
あ、待ってヤマトちゃん、うちも行くから2人で入ろう。さっき見てきたけど2人でも余裕な広さだしさ。
まあ順番待ちってのも面倒だしな。別に構わないぜ。
そういえば美食さんと相部屋らしいけど、もともと知り合いだったわけ？
おう、姉さんには昔から世話になっててな。
Rowdy and Downtown head upstairs as they continue chatting
おっ
together.
と、食堂に忘れ物をしてしまったようだ。取りに行ってくるから、二人は自分の部屋に戻っていてくれ。
Every game like this makes me nervous because it's like,
君なら大丈夫だと思うけど。
I feel like you're all telling me where you're gonna go for a reason, but I don't know why yet. There's like 5 people who are so fucking dead.
探偵デバイスに連絡をください。
Alright, the D-pad.
はっはっは、それは我のセリフである。 お主らのピンチにはいつでも駆けつけ
I've
るから
already said it a few times.
必ず
I really thought
呼ぶのだぞ。
armor would get old
それで
real
は
fast for
ま
me.
た明
But
朝
I
に
kind of
食
love
堂
him.
で
I don't think he'll die too soon. He's gonna die in a more dramatic way. I mean, I guess that is one way to get around your players being able to predict anything.
僕もここで
If one of your cops says that he's retiring in 2 weeks, then you probably know that cop isn't making it 2 weeks. But if all of them are saying they're retiring in 2 weeks, then at least surely they aren't all gonna die.
飛躍くん、今日は本当にいろいろとありがとう。
こちらこそだよ。明日からもよろしく。
Renegade has been
無能くん、
wandering
目が
around.
赤いよ。
Oh my god, incompetence just been blazing.
どうしたんだろう。
Try to look at my face in the reflection of my D-pad, but I can't make anything out. My eyes might be bloodshot or
きっと
something.
疲れてるんだね。
Is this gonna turn out to
今
be
日は
like
もうゆ
a
っくり眠ると
Sigma
い
and
いよ。
VLR type of thing? There's a massive bomb under the mansion. There's a bomb under the mansion that the camera keeps cutting to, and then it cuts back to the detectives, and it cuts back to the bomb, and it cuts back to the detectives. Build tension. Process of elimination, detected or directed by Hitchcock. Sigma is the protagonist of Virtue's Last Reward, and I will not explain further what I mean by that, because anyone who hasn't played it should... When it comes to Zero Escape, play the first one because it's necessary to play the second one. Play the second one because it's really good, and don't play the third one. Highly recommend it. But anyone who's played it will know what I mean there.
そうするよ。おやすみ、飛躍くん。
I'd spoil Zero Time Dilemma because I think it's just better for... Oh,
また明日。
oh, Fiona. I promise you, it gets so much better. You've started at the worst by like a long distance. Okay, look, that just means you're gonna fucking love the other two. Yeah, I can understand why someone would like 999. I didn't really get what it was trying to do the first time that I played it. I think I'd probably like it more if I went back and tried again. But yeah, like I'm saying as someone who started with Danganronpa V3, that starting at Zero Time Dilemma is fucking rough. That's a 999. I've said it before, but that game needed a fucking editor so bad. Someone needed to stop Uchikoshi from going on yet another 20-minute ramble about Ice 9. But VLR is like just really, really good storytelling. Honestly, valid. I feel like I might be complaining about the wrong thing given that that's all I produce. And I think my audience is probably the type of people who enjoy it. Although VLR has a lot of that too. I think VLR just keeps it moving. Like it's a walk and talk as opposed to just stopping everything to ramble at you, which I also keep doing.
なんだか一気に眠たくなってきたな。
Oh yeah, no. Tokiko felt like that, like everything about Tokiko felt like Uchikoshi was like, he was like, okay, I've been so good, I've behaved so well, I haven't done any of this, give me one. Give me like one character. That's fair. I feel like if you like those games, you'll definitely, because 999 is a little bit more of just like a escape the room. Like it's more straightforward in that sense. VLR is a mix of that and The Prisoner's Dilemma, which like works really, really well. It's a really good. That one's very good. Plus, like the Somnium Files games are like Uchikoshi has made four games that range from great to really, really great, and one that I am so hateful towards. I mean, Zero Time Dilemma is partially because it's the conclusion, but also I think it's because it was not a good conclusion. I think they could have... There was a way to conclude that story that I think people would have been okay with. I just don't think it was that one. And V3 also pissed people off for a lot of the same reasons, but I don't think V3... I think V3 has more things that it does right, and the things it does wrong, it doesn't do as wrong as Zero Time Dilemma. Like, for all of the flaws of V3... Like, you can't beat that first trial. That first trial is the best first trial in the whole game, or in the whole franchise, and I will stand on that one for as long as I need to, because I'm correct. Like, that's why I think it is a good one to start with, because then you get introduced to the series with a kick in the teeth, which is a lot more fun than normal. Also, yeah, Zero Time Dilemma, I feel like if you didn't know who they were, you definitely wouldn't have the same level of, like, animosity.
随分と長く話し込んでいたね。 ワト君。
shit. There's no way I should be hearing that voice right now. Ideal jump scare. Within the guest room is a large bed. Upon it sits Holmes, smiling gleefully.
やあ、ずいぶんと長く話し込んでいたね、ワト君。他の探偵たちと打ち解けたようで安心したよ。
V3 does give the vibes of what it's trying to go for, you know.
幼い頃から変わらないな。
Again, I don't want to spoil it, but it certainly does give the vibes of being late in its franchise in terms of some of the twists, but like it does a lot of things. The Ultimate Labs were something I really missed going back and playing 1 and 2 and being like, oh, like that was such a cool little thing. Raincoat I didn't love as much because Raincoat felt like it would have been better as its own game instead of trying to shove it into a Danganronpa format. I don't think it worked as well as it could have. Still good, but not the best. One of these days I'm going to make the in defense of V3 video. Yeah. No, it couldn't be. She died right in front of me, I'm sure of it. Drenched in blood, her limbs gashed. It was a horrid, hopeless death.
まるで死人と出くわしたような顔をしてどうしたんだ。まあ実際私は死人なのだから間違っていないのだが。
I do love that she's handling her death so well. From the bed, Holmes gently floats into the air. What's more, her body is slightly translucent to the point where I can see the wall behind her. What is this? What's going on? My drowsiness is gone in an instant, yet I feel like I'm already dreaming. Yeah, Raincoat, the Mystery Labyrinths were a fucking... Every one of those could have been half as long. I'm very excited for Last Defense Academy, though. I think that one will be cool. All right, once more with all my might. I don't know.
おいおい、
I should play the DLC sometime. I keep meaning to.
どうしたんだ？それほどまでに私が姿を見せない間、寂しかったのか？
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so excited to see where this one
頭でも撫でてやり
goes.
たいところだが、今の私の手では君の体をすり抜けてしまうらしい。
Ideal, you've really got to... You could go a little easier on
どう
him.
だ？
He's kind of going through a
私の手が
lot.
頭をすり抜けている今、何かを感じるか？
いや、その
Yeah, no, if you want to... You would genuinely really enjoy 999 and VLR, I think. You'd probably actually end up
背後から急に触って驚かすなどのいたずらをでき
not
ない
being
と
as bitter
は
about Zero Time Dilemma as most people will be.
例
Holmes is
というの
Shinigami.
も不便
Don't
な
say
ものだ。
that. Holmes deserves better than that.
いや
よ。おっと。
No longer able to control myself, I let out an ear-splitting scream. As I can hear what I assume is the pounding of footsteps fast approaching.
どうしたのだ無能殿。この武装探偵がお主を守りに参ったぞ。
Armor forcefully throws open the door. I slacken at the sight of my friend sinking to the ground.
武装さん、そのあれ、ホームズさんが。
ホームズ殿がどこにいるというのだ。
Oh no.
見えませんか？あなたのすぐ隣、僕の
Oh,
前に。
Bessie. I feel iconic. Holmes stands directly before Armor and waves her hands, but he doesn't respond. What in the world could this mean? Is it all a prank? Is everyone else in on it? Yeah, except Akane wouldn't let her... No, it's... Akane would make it more complicated than this. Akane would not have said, oh, I'm just dead, but it's fine. You alright, bro?
これ以上大切な仲間を傷つけられてたまるものか。
It is very cute that they're all immediately ready to jump to his defense.
悪しき者よ。
She'd do so much, but she would not tell you up front that she was dead. Famously, that is something she does not tell people up front when she could have. Slowly but surely, the situation I'm in begins to dawn on me.
そうに違いない。僕は幻覚を見ている。
では先ほどの悲鳴はただの勘違いなのか？
自分でもバカなことだって思うんだけど、僕にはホームズさんの姿が見えているんだよ。
Akane would start telling you about the gigantic again. Oh my god, it is your turn to die then. He's just hallucinating his dead friend. If Ideal pulled a Joe and started doing the red hallucination silhouette with the blacked out eyes, I would scream. Probably not far off from what Watto did a second ago.
最後までゆっくり話せなくてすまないな。武装君。
The ghost is a bitter smile on her troubled face as she apologizes. No matter how much I stare, she really does look just like Holmes. It has to be a delusion born of my guilt, but the level of accuracy is honestly frightening. To think I've become this mentally invested.
お騒がせしてしまってごめんなさい。
まあ無事ならよかったぜ。ただ
I'm not excited to have to go back and get more footage of your turn to die for the
俺も
video.
山でよく経験したんだけどよ。精神的に参ってる時は何でもないものが恐ろしく見えちまうもんなんだ。
Evil Joe Ghost is legitimately really scary. I was gonna put him on the thumbnail and then I was like, you know what? I can't look at this.
ありがとう、ヤマトさん。でも最後のはきっとカレーオバナだと思う。
I feel a bit uneasy correcting her mistake. An angry rowdy is way scarier than any phantom.
本当に幻覚なのか、無能探偵。
Or yeah, I guess the mystic would have some more questions about this.
はい。多分。
Mystic stares me down skeptically. It seems I'm under suspicion, but that's only natural after I gathered everyone here with my screaming, just write it off as a delusion. Gotta be careful, even if I think my words sound dubious. If this keeps up, I'll lose what trust I have in no time.
何か勘違いしているようだから言っておくが、私は幻覚。
Ideal, can you wait until they're gone? Holmes' face suddenly appears from behind Mystic. Startled as I am, I hide it from my face and whisper quietly to myself.
僕の心を読むなんて、やっぱり幻覚だ。もう惑わされないぞ。
全部表情に出ているじゃないか。心など読まずとも簡単に言い当てられる。まあどうやら本当に心を読むことも可能だ。
She's like, apparently I could have read your mind, but no, it was just on your face.
君がまだ知らないはずの上の部屋の宿泊者も言い当ててみせようか。先ほど壁をすり抜けて確認してみたのだが、隣が武装くんで上がヤマトくんと美食くんペアの部屋だよ。本人に確かめてみるといい。
I don't like the idea of this hallucination manipulating me, but it can't hurt to make sure. She's probably wrong anyway. Time to get this sorted out.
ヤマトさん、武装さん、二人が宿泊する部屋ってどこですか？
唐突だな。ちょうど真上の部屋だけど、それがどうかしたか？
我はお主の隣だぞ。もし誠に恐ろしいものと遭遇したとしても、今回のようにすぐさま駆けつけてみせるから安心してほしいのである。
そうですか。
信用したかな？
Holmes wears the same impish grin she had when she was alive, plus the same face, voice, and so forth. It's enough to make my head spin. My eyes and ears are playing tricks on me. This can't be the real Holmes. She was killed, murdered in cold blood right before my very eyes.
大丈夫か？無能の兄さん。顔色が悪すぎてナスビみたいだぜ。
It's an extremely specific call, but sure.
やっぱり僕疲れてるみたいだ。もうおとなしく寝ることにするよ。
I think Armor would take it as a personal insult if you died for him instead of letting him die for you.
疲れが一気に来るものだしな。
武装探偵の言う通りだ。無能探偵。今のお前は心に余裕がなさすぎる。
Armor does kind of have the vibe of like the Spartans in Halo Reach, you know, where like they kind of had the like more. It was more just like chunks of armor stuck onto a bodysuit. Armor is buff though, you can see it through there.
私に全てを話すといい。私ならばお前の不安も少しは取り除
Mystic
けよ。
also looks a little bit buff.
無能くんは無事ですか？
Dolphin, you're a little late,
無
Bessie.
能先輩の手足まだつながってる？
雰囲気で生きてることが分かってるからってさすがに不謹慎すぎるよ。
もう庶民の分際で私を心配させるなんて許されませんわよ。
I don't know why this works for me with these characters, but it didn't like Inescapable. They did their little quips. Like I remember so vividly when we first started playing Inescapable, and like every character did their little, you know, their little introductory quip, and I was like, fuck. and like it just felt so grating. But like these ones, it just like, I don't know, it's just very charming from them. After more or less wrapping things up, the others returned to their room and left me to my own devices, or so I thought. That ghostly girl was still in front of me. After correctly locating the others' rooms, I'm starting to believe she's the real deal. If Holmes actually had survived, if I could get the chance to apologize to Saika, I'd be happy beyond words.
どれだけ嬉しいことか。
Oh, Jesus.
嬉しいことを言ってくれ
Gourmet and
な。
Rowdy are together. I think Downtown and Rowdy went for a bath together. I think Armor's alone, which understandable. I don't know if you'd want a room with somebody who's in a full body of armor. I don't know where the rest of them. I think Mystic and Bookworm are together, but that's about it.
そうやってまた心を読む。やっぱりあなたは幻覚です
I
ね。
mean, it would make sense for your own hallucination to know what you're
早が
thinking.
するんじゃない。
That is kind of
私
expected.
自身もまだ状況を理解しきれていないが、今の君と私は相当に特殊な状態なようだ。
Yeah, well, I mean, she died before, but now
い
she's
き
a
なり登
ghost.
場して驚かせてしまったことは謝るよ。ちゃんと一から説明する。
Holmes speaks calmly as if there's nothing out of the ordinary about what's going on.
結論から言ってしまうと、おそらく私はサカ・シェリン・フォード・ホームズの残留思念だ。噛み砕いて言うなら幽霊ということになるかな。
幽霊そんなもの本当に存在するんですか？
Yeah, her last name is Holmes.
それはわからない。探偵の経験は、それは。
Saika Sharonford Holmes. Sharonford feels pretty close to Sherlock.
ただ、それ以外に説明ができないから、残留思念
I feel
と
like
い
you could
う
have just
言葉
gone
を
with
使わせ
Ghost,
てもらっ
but
たと
sure.
いうだけだよ。
I thought that Renegade was too, and then somebody mentioned it last stream where they were like, no, that's just her name.
説明できないから仮説で物事を考えるだなんて。
君は探偵小説を愛読しているだろ。ホームズのこんな言葉を知っているかな。ありえないことを全部排除してしまえば、後に残ったものがどんなにありそうもないことであっても真実に他ならない。つまり目の前の現実をもとに可能性を一つ一つ潰していき、
Yeah, I didn't realize.
最後に
I
残
would
った
not
可
have
能
realized
性は
the
事実なんだよ。
Watterson joke myself,
たと
but that is very
どん
cute.
なに非現実に思える可能性であってもね。
That line comes from the second Sherlock Holmes story, The Sign of the Four, where Watson is befuddled by a seemingly impenetrable room. Watson then notices a possibility he had overlooked, that the criminal had escaped outside without ever touching the floor. It was a quintessential approach for Holmes, who presented conclusion after conclusion that common sense would never produce.
確かにホームズは一見ありえないような真実も推理していきますけど、それと今の状況に。
Again, it's really interesting, like, which jokes manage to survive translation and which ones are just localized well.
目の前で起きた現実。
Okay, well, that's where me and Sherlock
結
Holmes
果から
deviate.
導き出せ
I'll
る
make all
過程
kinds
に
of
つい
baseless
て
deductions.
仮説を立ててい
I'm
る
just
んだ。
guessing at shit.
このアブダクションとも呼ばれる思考法を
Also, is she
私
saying
は
that she's
同
like,
じホームズの名を背負うものとして実践している。
girl, do you think Sherlock Holmes was real?
幽霊だなんてそんな。
Japanese people would definitely know who Sherlock Holmes is.
それでも今目の前で起きたことこそが真実なんだよ。真実から目を背けず、まずは受け入れなければ何も話は前に進
Which
まない。
countries wouldn't be? Well, yeah, she's not literally descended from Sherlock Holmes, I know, but I was kind of like, are you aware of it? But yeah, I feel like Sherlock Holmes is one of those like uniquely, globally influential cultural figures that like pretty much every like it's everywhere. But yeah, no, Ace Attorney stuff is full of a lot of Sherlock Holmes jokes, I think.
私も幽霊や霊魂などは信じない口だったのだが、今の自分の状況を考える限り、自分が残留思念あるいは霊の類だと仮定しなければ説明できないからな。少しは私の飛躍した推理について納得してもらえたかな。
I think there's also like at least a few Sherlock animes. There's no arguing with her. I don't have any convincing counter theories to offer. Given this isn't one big hallucination, there's no other explanation besides what Holmes has proposed.
まずは受け入れるしかないのか。
Yeah, even if like the average Japanese person isn't familiar with Sherlock Holmes, I feel like detectives would be. Like that feels like it makes sense. Holmes lets out a chuckle as I clutch my head in my hands.
まあ、いきなり死んだはずの女が出てきたら驚いて当然だ。
To be fair, it's only natural to be taken aback when a girl is...
ただ一つ言わせてもらうと、君の目には冷静に見えているだろうが、こう見えて私だって今の状況には少しばかり困惑しているんだぞ。
Yeah. Incompetent is just rolling one after one after one on perception checks here. If anything, she seems more vibrant when she's alive. It's exactly why I can't let go of my lingering doubts.
当たり前さ。ふと気づけば私はワト君の頭上でふわふわと浮いていたな。
Yeah, I feel like Alice in Wonderland is like a good comparison, even if you haven't like seen any Alice in Wonderland stuff, like read it or whatever, but like everyone knows the gist of it.
地に足はつかず、何にも触れられず、誰も自分に気づく様子がない。
A hallucination only knows what you know. That's why she did what she did and checked out the other rooms.
ワト君の周囲から離れることができない。
A good comparison would be Jesus. That's so true. Alice in Wonderland, Sherlock Holmes, and Jesus. Honestly, you could probably throw Doctor Who in there too, although I think he might be a little bit too British. Yeah, probably still too British. Nightmare blunt rotation.
そんな状態に陥って冷静でいられると思うか？
Bye bye bye, sip, bye sip.
きっと僕なら手当たり次第みんなに声をかけて一人混乱するばかりで何も考えられずにいたと思います。
King Arthur's one. Indiana Jones
私もつ
feels
いワ
like
ト君に声をかけてしまったよ。その時わずかに反応があったから君なら姿が見えるかもしれないと思ってな。だから君が一人になるのをこそこそと待ち続けていたというわけさ。
そういえばエントランスで話している時に声を聞いたような気がしたけど本人だったんですね。
驚かせてすまない。さすがの私も相当にテンパっていたんだよ。そしてみんなが話していた断片的な情報を整理していくにつれて現実を理解することができたんだ。自分が例の黒いメカに殺され肉体を失い意識だけの状態になったという現実をな。
I gulp involuntarily. It isn't oh, I thought I paused that. Despite being the same age, I'm once again made aware of how different we are as individuals. Oh yeah, that's probably... Yeah, that's a good one. What else would there be that's like in that... Who is like in the pantheon of characters that are like... Hercules, probably, at this point, right? Like, if we're including Sun Wukong and Myth, I feel like Hercules feels like he's got to at least be up there. We escaped the Black Machine. There's only one of them. Ideal threw herself at it, so it sliced her up, and then Armor came back and saved us. I don't know about Gilgamesh. I feel like Gilgamesh is a little bit too much of like a... You had to have at least been like vaguely into mythology to kind of... Like, you might have heard the name before because it stands out, but like... yes. Thank you for the summary, Anachi. Medusa probably actually... Yeah. Medusa definitely, actually. I feel like that's like one of the ones that's everywhere. Maybe Cthulhu? You're just saying shit. We kind of got out... We lost the plot of Sherlock Holmes a little bit somewhere in there. But like... Gay people. The truest fictional character. Boyfriend.
悲しいって何がだ?
You posted your boyfriend in the Discord. Did you already break up with him? Is it already over?
生き返れないんですよ。それに死んだ原因は投稿した僕らが不甲斐なかったせいなのに。
I feel like that'd make him more... Oh, like, people would know more about him, but I don't know if it'd be, like, enough. Because, like I'm going off of, like, if you ask the average person on the street, pretty much anywhere in the world that like I guess sort of has access to culture, like Barbie. You go to any random person and ask them about Barbie and there's like a solid chance of like they're gonna know who that is. What really be? Mario probably. Maybe Pikachu. I feel like Pikachu might still be a little bit too new. But yeah, like that's the thing is like there's Hello Kitty is probably known enough. Like there are a lot of those sort of characters and figures of history and mythology that are like known to anyone who digs a little bit below the surface. Like I was having this discussion with my family because we were talking about, I've talked about this a couple times. I don't know if I've talked about it on stream, but I've definitely talked about it on Twitter. A while back, I mentioned to my, Pikachu would definitely be the only Pokemon in the category. Robin Hood probably too. But anyways, I was talking to my family about music, and I mentioned Charlie XCX as a pop star. It's not like a big pop star, but it's still a pop star. And my sister was like, Charlie XCX? She has like one song. And I was like, okay. Someone doesn't have any gay friends. And so now every chance I get, I bring up, I'll bring up Charlie XCX and she'll be like, nobody listens to Charlie XCX. It's you. You care about Charlie XCX. And I'm like, I don't really care about her that much. I just think it's really funny to pretend that she like doesn't exist. Because like every gay person I know has been talking about Brat and has been sharing the Lord feature on Girls So Confused or whatever. Or So Confused. I don't know. But anyways, I feel like there's a lot of characters in fiction and sort of like the cultural zeitgeist that require you to have at least dug a little bit in. Because like if you care about pop music more than like purely on the surface, you know who Charlie XCX is. And you're like aware that she's been bubbling around. But like if you don't, like if you only listen to like country music, you are probably not aware of whatever she's up to, you know? And I think there's a lot of stuff like that where it's like if you know anything about Pokemon, like if you've ever played any Pokemon game, you can probably recognize like Squirtle, but like you don't have to know shit about Pokemon to know who Pikachu is. He's not with Exorcist. No, I think that Charlie just released her that was the Brat, but there's 3 extra songs, so it's different now. Which I thought was funny. But Taylor Swift is such bratty behavior. We had Dracula, Frankenstein would be on that list for sure. Charlie XCX. Oh my god. Boom Clap. Familiar Fruit. She has the same hair as Lord. No, yeah, who else? Even something like Doctor Who. Like Doctor Who is a massive cultural figure, but is I think too localized in the UK. Holmes moves delicately towards me. Her stern expression softens as she keeps speaking. I will say, I kind of felt like I was falling a bit too far out of touch with pop music to really be able to keep up with it. But then it only took me like a month or so to really figure out why, to pick up with Chapel Roan and figure out that she's great. And so I'm like, no, I haven't aged out of it yet, but I'm getting there because it still took me a fucking month to figure it out. Although I haven't, it's so good. Green Day was actually my first concert. I saw them on the 21st Century Breakdown tour. It was really good. But yeah, Sherlock Holmes, even in comparison to the other ones we've talked about, is like definitely in terms of like modern cultural figures, he's like above the rest of those. Chaperone is Good Luck Babe is such a good first concert this week. Oh my god. Ancient. I've only been to a couple concerts. I went to 21st Century Breakdown and I went to the Formation tour of Beyonce. That one was so good. Also, yeah, Carly Rae Jepsen stan, always and forever. Dr. Holmes. Holmes speaks in a quiet tone. Her voice is truly the same one I remember hearing not too long ago. Oh, nice. My family, when I was a kid, I always associate with, there's 3 albums that I listened to as a kid. There was Under My Skin from Avril Lavigne. There was American Idiot by Green Day. There was Aquarium by Aqua. I made a joke about that way back when I made the Barbie Girl video, and I'm like, I feel like you can see a lot of that. The traces of Psyche, the girl I've seen so many times in my dreams, grew more and more pronounced.
本当にホームズさんなんですね。
だから何度もそう言っているじゃないか。私は正真正銘。
I feel like Charlie XCX is to Canadian gays what Carly Rae Jepsen is to Canadian gays what Charlie XCX is to the UK gays. Holmes' words move me, albeit belatedly. I was sure she died. There were so many things I wanted to tell her. I thought I'd never see her again. But now she's here, smiling before me. That's all I can really ask for.
お帰りなさい。
You could have asked for her to not get pulverized twice by the same robot. Which is admittedly kind of a funny way to die. Like, why didn't she turn into a ghost the first time? Doesn't matter if she's a ghost or a residual something or other. Holmes has returned. For now, I'll let myself be happy. Happy that I was able to reunite with someone dear to me.
あれ
おっと、気が抜けて眠たくなってきたのか?
He's having the, like, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, like... And there's gonna be a slash across the screen and then a scream. A temporal scream or whatever it is.
何でもすり抜けてしまう私では君をベッドに運ぶことはおろか照明を切ることもできないからな。
はい、そうします。
I flip the switch, plunging the room into complete darkness. Look, they just need to make more Mystery Dungeon games in general. Those are so fucking good. But they need to go back to the 2D. I don't like the 3D shit. I'll tolerate it for the mainline games. Mystery Dungeon should be pixel art 2D. I feel so sorry for anyone who like is just really excited to see me play the game and I keep getting distracted by fucking everything. My eyelids fall shut as I hit the bed. Consciousness grows distant, but I swear I can hear a voice from far away.
Oh
no. Oh, no. I can hear a voice speaking from somewhere. The voice of a man echoing angrily in the drab, dusty darkness. Feels like I'm distracting. No, it's fine. I feel like it's funny because I feel like some games I don't really go on tangents on. For whatever reason, with Persona 4 Golden, I was on a lot of political tangents. Like a lot of Canadian political shit. Like history, current affairs, whatever. I don't know what it was about. I don't even think that really happens with Persona 5. It was really just for 4. Anyways, it's the voice of a man echoing angrily in the drab, dusty darkness.
何度この実験を続けるつもりだよ。ずっと正義を信じてあんたについてきたが、もう限界だ。この組織は腐りきってやがれ。何より最大の海はあんただ。
His outrage bounces off the walls, causing him to tremble. I can tell just how truly furious he is. But what about... Someone tugs at my hand from behind and I turn around. The one pulling me appears to be a young girl, but I can't make her face out in the darkness. Nevertheless, her warmth feels familiar. I know this girl.
気づかれる前に早く行こう。
ごめん、聞こえてくる声が気になって。
気持ちはわかるけど、逃げること優先だよ。ほら、急いで。
The girl pulls my hand and begins running, but I want to listen longer. As we move, I keep my sight directed towards the sounds.
俺の目の前で何人死んだかわかるか。この手で何人殺したか知ってるか。毎晩ガキどもに夢枕に立たれるんだよ。助けて、助けて。
Also, have a good sleep. Mocking Dragon. Sorry, I didn't see the message. Have a good rest. Thank you for stopping by.
耐えられねえ。これ以上ガキを追い込めってんなら、 あんたが自分でやれよ。あんたは
The UK has an election on July 4th, I think. If that's what you're
ど
asking
いつも
about.
こいつもイかれてやがる。
It's gonna be a clusterfuck of an election.
この組織の探偵
Labor's
ど
gonna
も
win a sweeping majority as the worst version of Labor they've been in a long fucking time. Pass me to ads. I think that we broke out of a cell in an experiment lab thing. And now we're fleeing with Psycha. This is a dream. Into a dim passageway, then voices become inaudible. A nice cold breeze blows through my legs, causing my body to shiver. It's freezing. My legs won't move, or is that my body is refusing to keep going? Uh-oh. An intense pain shoots through my head and I fall to my knees. I have no idea what's happening to my body, but oddly enough, I'm certain of one thing. Something horrific awaits us ahead.
ワト君、大丈夫？
The girl calls out to me in the darkness. I really can't see her face at all. The touch of her hand is the only indication that she's standing right in front of me.
大丈夫。きっと私たち家に帰るよ。
I don't like
帰ったら
the glitchy shit. Makes me so unhappy. Makes me so nervous. Her voice cuts in and out like a radio with a weak signal. Before long, the warmth of her hand is gone.
待って。
Panicking, I dash further into the passage as if I was chasing after her. My frenzied footfalls ring out throughout the impenetrable darkness. The voices I had heard earlier are gone. A feeling of complete and utter isolation washes over me. Like I'm the only person left on Earth. I can't help but cry out.
行かないで。僕を一人
Thank you
に
for the
しな
jacket
い
you
で。
didn't kill. It is chilly in here. Watto's been through. I mean, he was kidnapped and like put into a killing game. That is a pretty important detail. Is that I think we're basically playing the 10-year reunion of Danganronpa. Right, my Canadian legs, my obsessed legs. Aww. Hi, Leo. How are you? I know the killing game part isn't confirmed, but I'm choosing to believe that they were playing Danganronpa and then they survived, and now everyone's kind of like, I don't really know what to do with this. Light appears ahead of me. I run towards it with all my strength. I run and run until ahead of me I see the familiar sight of the entrance hall. I did mention that, didn't I? That when we first went down into that underground tunnel, I was like, that looks like what we already saw. Yeah. Oh wait, no, there is a game like that. Someone was talking about it in the comments about. I can't remember what it was called, or maybe it was like in a group chat or something. We were talking about that. But yeah. I'm doing great, Leo. Thank you. Not World's End Club. There's another one that's like with preschoolers or something, I think, out there. It's like a teacher who's in charge of preschoolers who are dying. I don't know. It was weird. I think that's the one, Fiona. That sounds familiar. Hold on. Oh no, I think people were talking about it in the Discord server, weren't we? According to its wiki, it is a multi-dimensional story about the... I love fandom. Fandom.com/wiki. I think everyone involved in that should go to jail. Yeah. Multi-dimensional story about the growing pains of the heart of 16 children and their nursery school teachers. It examines each person as an individual and accompanies them through the difficulties of living in today's world. Thank you for the hydration check, Fossil. Yeah, it is a Japanese one. Yokara, new nursery school teachers on a field trip to Sanrio Pearland with the kids. They're about to head home after fun days. Vision suddenly gets distorted. They wander into the deserted amusement park, Europia. They're confronted by a cute but creepy creature called Froggy Egg. In order to return to their own world, they must challenge the park's attractions and collect 10 medals. And cute or nice too. All these points make fun of it. But that's the point, Leo. It does not have an English translation yet. Ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, I don't know. Phantom is just terrible. Or the Your Turn to Die wiki is fucking unusable. You know what, let me find it. Hold on. Let me find a page. Test your computer's strength. See how long you can have the tab open before it just fucking breaks on you. Before your computer becomes like unusable for 5 minutes. It's really my great puppies. Oh no. I can't allow the puppies to get revenge. Anti before the fandom part? Gotcha. What happened to the pastor I've just been running down? Where's the girl who was with me? Why am I in the manor? Did I somehow arrive here at some point? The inside of my head burns with agony. I can't help shake the feeling that something terrible is happening.
安心しろ、ワト君。君は正常だ。
Hi Ash, how are you? Interesting. Holmes descends the staircase from the second floor. I'm relieved to finally see a friendly face.
ホームズさん。
Girl, I don't think that this is gonna go good for you. Yeah, no, it's such a I don't know how fandom has managed to become what it is.
深呼吸でもして、自分の記憶をゆっくりと辿ってみるといい。
The Your Turn to Die one is uniquely bad. There's like invisible pop-ups all over the place. You just like can't click on bunches of the screen, or like it'll open ads for no good reason. As instructed, I take a deep breath and try and recall what had happened. That's right. After I bumped into Holmes' spirit in my room, we spoke until I got sleepy.
なんだ、夢の中か。まあ、そうに決まってるよね。
半分正解で、半分不正解だ。
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like you getting that close. I yelp as Holmes flicks my forehead. That hurt. What the?
どうして夢の中なのに痛みが。
I don't know. I feel like I've felt pain in my dreams a
私の
bunch
思
of
念は
times.
君と深く結びついているようでな。心を読むに始まり、こうして同じ夢を見ることも可能だし、夢の中なら君の意識に
You know what we do need to make illegal? My vote is up for grabs for whichever fucking party promises to like make it illegal to build in a video player in every page of your wiki. But if you scroll past it, then it puts it in a mini player down below and it launches you way down the page. But if you scroll up far enough to see what you were trying to look at, then it reopens the full size fucking video player. And so you can't see anything. And you have to keep trying to find the balance. And like Bulbapedia, you're not seeing heaven. I don't know who's responsible for that. Cerebi, whatever the fuck that is. At least that one is, I don't know why I don't use it more. Bulbapedia looks nicer in a lot of ways, but it's just, yeah. Yeah, there's a little tab. There's a little thing. The Your Turn to Die wiki also does that really fun thing where like there's a video playing, but it's so quiet. Like it's so minimal, and not every page will play it, so you don't always remember to mute the tab. And then all of a sudden it'll just be this little like, and you're like, oh my god, I'm fucking going insane. Which is especially bad for me because I am still traumatized by the Joe hallucinations. Like I see those red arms reaching out for me whenever I'm in the fucking shower. And so I'm just like, I don't like this. I was not in the right vibe. I was not. Wow, the model really does. He's so skinny. You can tell he's just a flat object. I think it's fabulous. Yeah, the way that we've allowed just like email has become useless. Phone calls are basically useless because they're all spam calls if you're getting anything at all. Fucking half of social media is useless because at this point it's just all AI generated garbage. Yeah, like I don't. If it were possible to just have like all of that spam shit collected into one email that I get sent once a week as like a newsletter, it's like, hey, there's discounts happening on this shit. Go for it. I feel like things are gonna get scary. I don't like that. If you're with my perception.
噛み砕いて言えば、触れたり痛みを与えたりすることもできるというわけだよ。
Yeah.
お望みとあらば、
Dead
その
internet
わからず屋の
theories.
頭にもう一発お見舞いしてみせようか。
I mean, Facebook is dead internet. There are occasional human beings wandering around, but like overwhelmingly, that whole site is just fucking bots and AI shit. Twitter has enough humans on it to still make it usable. Instagram, I don't know why you'd bother using it.
エグザクトリー。賢い頭にはデコピンではなく、なでなでをしてあげ
And
よう。
TikTok and YouTube are mostly human, at least in terms of the content, purely because like, kind of just hard for the AI to do that. Yeah, oh, I fucking... Getting in contact with a human being is so hard. Valid. I use Twitter because that's where all the gay people are. And in my head as she speaks, her kind touch reminds me of how a life like home seems right now. Of course, the situation is objectively unreal. I'm a bit ashamed at how easily I'm willing to believe any of this is true.
さてワト君、重要なのはここからだ。君は 今見ているこの光景をどう思う？
Yeah, almost all the artists and stuff that I find are all on Twitter. This is the entrance hall to the manor, exactly as I've known it. The level of detail is almost too incredible to be a dream. It's hard to not be impressed in my mind for making it.
特に何も思いませんけど、何かあるんですか？
Think the microwave.
やはり
Tumblr is awful. You could not make me use Tumblr now or really ever, especially after they deleted all the porn. When I was in high school, I've talked about this before. I went to a boarding school, and you know how there's like two types of IT departments when you're in school? There's like the kind of people who are like, can you just restart your router? Can you like turn it off and turn it back on again? And then there's the people who like probably work for the NSA. Our IT guy was that. Like you could get caught on a school trip drinking if you Snapchatted it to someone either on campus or not, because they'd just track your shit. IT department. You didn't have like a... Oh, I guess that makes sense actually. Valid. But yeah, and Tumblr was like the only thing you couldn't even get through to all Tumblr pages, but you could get through to some. And to be fair, boarding school has to provide like actual like internet. Play me along.
ワト君、私と思念が結びついたということは、君の脳にも強い変化が生じたということだ。
Oh my god, major
具体
changes to
的
the
に言え
brain.
ば、生前の私が扱えた特殊な能力を君も使いこなせるということに他ならない。
特殊な能力？
We stole her
何で
power.
すかそれ？さっきから頭痛がするばかりで、体には特
God,
に
I can't believe nobody here has probably ever read the Warrior Air, so I can't make the joke that I want to make.
それはどうかな。足元に何かを感じないかい？
Feet for free? My feet? Now that she mentions that, I do feel something touching my foot. I look down to inspect it. And what I see is... I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Finally processed what's touching me. It's downtown's arm, stiff like a porcelain doll. Her hand is coated in a dark liquid, leaving a crimson red handprint where she made contact. I heave as the metallic stench hits my nose. Since this is a dream, I have nothing in my stomach to vomit out. It isn't just downtown detective. The other detectives I've met lie in a heap upon the floor, like figurines toppled from a shelf. Among them is Doleful, prone and lifeless. Rowdy's hand stretches towards me as she foams at the mouth, her eyes rolled up and unmoving.
飛躍君、みんな。
I rush to Doleful and check for a pulse, but feel nothing. I hear no voices nor breathing aside from my own. Not one of them is even showing a sign of life, or showing even a single sign of life. It feels kind of weird that they didn't draw it particularly graphic. Maybe from that Jesus fossil. Also, I said warrior air, not warrior cats. Downtown's face, which usually wore such a carefree smile, is frozen and contorted in anguish as blood still trickles down, and she was so full of energy just last night. The thought brings me to tears. It's unforgivable. Who could do something so horrendous?
君にも見えたみたいだな。悲劇の結末が。
Holmes walks over to me as I stand rooted in place. Upon seeing her face, I'm finally able to regain some composure. Air, H-E-I-R, God, by Cindy William Chima.
ホームズさん、これは夢なんですよね。
Thank you for the follow.
ずっと優秀なみんな
Ooh,
が
welcome
皆
in.
殺しに遭うなんて、そんな。
H-E-I, God. Why am I trying to spell to a puppy? This is so silly to me.
繰り返しになるが、半分正解で、半分不正解だ。これは
So
夢で
Ideal was the psychic.
夢じゃない。
Everyone's dead. I'm assuming this is this is a vision. This is what happens if, like, this is what's eventually going to happen to us. Unless we can change something. Holmes flashes her coldest smile yet. The tone of her voice as she answers sends shivers down my spine.
これは、この先で起こりうる未来の悲劇。君は、悲劇を予知する能力を手に入れたんだよ。
A tragedy that could occur in the future. I don't like that. I thought we were about to see a dead person flash up on screen. I wake up on my bed. The morning sun shines through the window, filling the dusky room with light. My whole body is soaked from. I mean, we did say that, like, fuck. They've the morphogenetic fields. No. We're contacting her from 9 years ago. Oh God. Well, it's 7 years ago, I guess. So we know that we're 17. Because isn't that what he says? We were 10 years old when we got kidnapped, and then it's been 7 years since then or something. But yeah, we're going to play this game for another 14-ish hours. And then we're going to save her from being chopped up by the robot back in the past. My whole body is soaked from night sweats, but despite just waking up, my wits remain sharp. Feels less like I was sleeping and more like I simply opened my eyes. Oh God. My hands tremble as the tragic scene I had witnessed moments ago flashes through my mind. It's definitely there just now. I saw a downtown detective's corpse, my hands soaked in blood. It felt far too real to be a dream. Could that really have been a potential future tragedy like Holmes said? Holmes and I had been speaking in my dream, but now she's nowhere to be seen. I calm down and my confusion begins to fade. As it does, the absurd events that took place when I entered this room, not to mention in my sleep, feel more and more like an illusion.
そうだよね。ホームズさんは死んだんだ。きっと昨日のホームズさんと話したことも含めて全部夢だったんだ。そもそも死んだ人が霊になって僕の前に現れるだなんてあるわけがないしね。
おはよう、ワト君。いい夢は見れたかな？
Holmes' body pops out of the ceiling. Suppress my shrieking before another manages to burst out. Talk about a close one. I was on the brink of getting all the other detectives worried about me again.
どうして天井から体を飛び出してきたんですか？
上の階の住人の様子を確認しただけだよ。美食くんの寝相がなかなかユニークだったが、聞きたいかい？
興味ないです。女性の部屋を覗くだなんて探偵失格ですよ、ホームズさん。
おやおや、青少年のくせにロマンがないな。幽霊になったのだから覗きの一つや二つしたくなるのが人情だろ。まあ許してくれよ。
She's about to go on a whole.
の余地を見た後だからな。
She's about to go on a whole tour about how she's being cancelled by the woke left. All she did was peep in some rooms. She's dead.
気持ちだけ受け取っておきます。
Suppose Holmes' prank to distract me somewhat. I recall what I saw in my dream with a clear mind. All the detectives dead upon the floor, the stench of blood, their faces contorted in anguish, and Holmes warning me that the future holds this catastrophe in store.
ホームズさん、夢で話したことは覚えていますか？
もちろん覚えているよ。夢で話した通り、私は君の心を読めるから、君が今何を考えているか分かっている。
I do like that she has a sense of humor.
だが諦めろ。夢の中で語ったことは全て真実だ。私が有していた未来予知の能力、エンドシーイングに君は確かに目覚めている。そして予知した未来が例の全滅の結末だ。
予知だなんてそんな、どういう原理でできるんですか？そもそもなんでいきなり僕にそんな力が？突然すぎて頭が追いつきませんよ。
さあな、私も理屈まではわからない。
わからないって。
Guys, there's a gas leak next to your bed. You aren't seeing the future. You're getting carbon monoxide poisoning.
君は呼吸をする際にどんなプロセスを経て息を吸い込み、体内に酸素が行き渡るか説明できるのか？
いや、それは無理ですけど。
そうだろう。私にとってエンドシーイングも同じだ。 未来を読むことができるという事実
You're
が
like,
重要な
damn,
ので
that's crazy.
便利など
Anyways.
どうでもいい。
それでいいんでしょうか。
I get the feeling I've been tricked by your silver tongue. Or is that just my imagination?
そんなことより今はもっと優先して考えなければならないことがあるだろ。
優先して考えなければならないことって何ですか？
君が見た惨劇をどうすれば回避できるかどうかさ。
Her words give me a start. She's right, there's no time to despair, not after the tragedy I've foreseen. Okay, good night, Fiona. Go to sleep. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Also, yeah, if you want to catch up with it, we're probably not going to go for too late tonight. Just because tired and I need to be able to get a good rest so I can actually finish or make the video tomorrow, I guess. We'll see. But how would I even start?
そのエンドシーイングとやらで予知した未来は変えることができるんですか？
無論だよ。私はもともと予知した惨劇を事前に阻止することで評価を上げてきた人間だからな。君だって積極的に行動を起こしていけばきっと未来を変えることができるはずだよ。
僕みたいな凡人が動いてなんとかなるものなんでしょうか？
Honestly, I'm not so sure. Even outside of her ability, Holmes was an incredibly gifted person. But me, incompetent is literally in my name. There's no way I'd have the power to change the future on my own.
一人で変える必要なんてないよ。
どうして心の声を？
君の
How long do you think he's gonna keep getting jump scared by that?
風が吹けば桶屋が儲かるという話は知っているかな。
Denouement?
多くの人は自分が動いたところで何も変わらない
Denouement
と思っているが、
is definitely not
全くもって
correct.
そんなことはない。
And denouement is...
小さな浜になって確実にどこかの水面を揺らし、揺れた水面にこうして別の動きにつながる。
Denouement.
Yeah, denouement. French word originally. Wait, this one says how to pronounce it in American English. Please don't run an ad.
Denouement.
Okay.
Denouement.
Denouement. Yeah, French is like the exact opposite of Spanish. It's entirely vibes based. There's just some random letters in there. They might mean something, they might not.
Kimiの起こした波紋によって他の探偵たちも行動を起こし、きっと本来以上の役割を果たして未来を変えることができるさ。
そんなものでしょうか？
そんなものだよ。
Her eloquent words still seem to be leading me on, but I'll trust her for now. Either way, I wasn't planning to stand idly by.
それと未来を変えるのに有効なのは他の者の行動を変えることだな。
行動を変えるってどうやって？
方法はいろいろさ。君を信頼する者なら頼んで変えてもらえばいいし、敵対する者なら力ずくて変えてやるのもいいだろう。それと死ぬはずだった運命の探偵を救うのも効果的だろうな。
まさか、さすがにそんな状況誇り得ませんよ。
どうかな。この洋館は私もあまり訪れたことがなく、謎の仕掛けが多い。犯人がもしその仕掛けに通じていたのなら確実に。
Sorry, I stopped drinking some water. Okay.
以前も言ったが、今回の事件の黒幕は恐ろしく狡猾で。
I do love that she's just like, he's like, there's no way we could all die in this mansion, right? She's like, I don't know. I don't know this place that well.
私の二の鉄を踏まないためにも。
I mean, your mistake was getting mangled by a monster robot. These words weigh especially heavily coming from the now deceased home. So what if we die? Would we just like pass it on to another detective? And then does Holmes come with us if that happens? Eventually we're down to the final survivor and they just got a whole ghost army running around them. need to get myself together. Being reunited with Holmes is maybe just a little too lax. Even she was no match for this adversary. I need to put my game face on for me to tackle this.
ごめんなさい、ホームズさん。今の言葉、ちゃんと肝に銘じておきます。
その意気だよ、ワト君。そして最後に一つ。これだけは守ってくれ。
Holmes' face grows stern as she speaks with a strong voice in the clipped tones that I've never heard her use before.
私が見えること、私の能力を受け継いだことは絶対に誰にも言うな。
どうしてですか？簡単には信じてもらえないとは思いますけど、もし本当だと証明できたら話がスムーズなのに。
バレてしまうと確実に消されるからだ。理由はおいおい説明していくから、今はとにかく私の言いつけを守ってくれ。ほら、君にお客さんみたいだぞ。
Open it to the armor and doleful. They've come to tell me that Mystics made breakfast.
ありがとう、二人とも。ちょっと汗をかいちゃったから、シャワーを浴びてから食堂に向かうよ。
了解である。
魔界さんの手料理、すごく美味しそうだよ。先に行って食べてるね。
Once they leave, I take the towel prepared for me in my room and head to the bathroom on the second floor. But right at that moment...
では、シャワー室に向かうとしようか。
Ideal, please. For some reason, Holmes acts like tagging along is the natural thing to do. Wait, is that? I actually got that pretty close.
おいおい、君こそ何を言っているんだ？私は君から離れることができないと初めに教えたじゃないか。
え？僕自ら離れようとしてもダメなんですか？
ああ、全くダメだな。まるで散歩紐でくくられたワンコのごとく、君の進む方角へ引きずられていってしまう。まあ、見られて減るものでもないし、別に構わないだろ。
構います。めちゃくちゃ構います。女性に見られながらシャワーを浴びるなんて恥ずかしいですよ。
まったく、君のわがままにも困ったものだね。仕方がない。シャワー室の外で待っている。
You found a little bit weird that she's like, I'm a ghost, I can do a little bit of peeking.
ただ、一点だけ理解してくれ。
Oh, she's... Ideal, what the fuck is up with you? Also, I guess I was supposed to be like, he's a child, but like, she is too. They're the same age. The detectives gathered around the long table just as they did last night. But unlike yesterday, no one needs to stand guard, meaning this time the entire group is clustered together.
魔界さんの作る料理激うまじゃん。イギリス料理の評価がうちの中で爆上がりなんですけど。
あ
あ。そんなに抱きつくな、渋谷探偵。私は世界中を放浪する身だからな。今のように保存食を美味しく調理することには長けているのだ。
デレデレと鼻の下を伸ばして。
Oh wait, is he actually her dad?
少女はウインナーをハミハミ睨みつけた。
まあまあ、渋谷さんは誰に対してもスキンシップが激しいから気にしないであげようよ。
本当に美味しいわ。特にこのキューカンバーサンド。ワインビネガーの風味とキュウリのみずみずしさがキュンキュンくるわね。魔界ちゃん、後でレシピを教えてちょうだい。私のレシピ手帳に追加するわ。
Yeah,
僕も知りたいです。これならバイト先の先生でも作れそうですし。
もちろん構わんさ。そのブリティッシュサンドにまつわるイギリス地方都市のフォークロアも添えて教えよう。
Mystic proceeds to give Gourmet and me the recipe along with a ghost story that I don't really follow. Yeah, Gourmet's design takes me out of it. Also, sorry, I didn't even realize there was a message that was being held by the automod. Sorry. Conversation naturally turns to everyone's reports from yesterday.
昨日洋館中を探してみましたけど、出入り口はやはりエントランスホールの扉のみ。脱出できそうな場所は皆無でしたわ。絵画の地下通路のように分かりやすい隠し通路でもあれば話は早かったのですが。
俺も退屈しのぎに館の中を見て回ったけど、特に怪しげな場所はなかったかな。でもラッキーなことに書斎でこの洋館の見取り図は発見したよ。
No new deaths. Actually, technically we're back up one because Ideal's ghost is with us now.
これが序列4位と5位の差かな。
Damn.
今に見てなさいよ。
bitchy,
この
huh?
もちゃ
Yeah, Senior was killed, but that's old. I think Men was here for that, or at least knew of that. Everyone looks across the looks at the blueprints spread across the table. Even at a glance, you can see the suspicious space behind the painting. If there really is another hidden passageway, we should be able to find it in these floor plans. These are the most children's drawing fucking thing. Okay, yeah, so you weren't here for that. Yeah, Ideal got murdered by a Target branded Dalek, and then came back as a ghost. And is also a bit of a perv. It's been weird.
やっぱりこの洋館を出るには強行突破しかねえってのかよ。
我が命はいつでも仲間のために投げ打つ覚悟はできている。例の黒いからくりメカに突っ込むのもやぶさかではないぞ。
そんなことしちゃダメだよ。みんなで生き残らなきゃ。
I feel like we're missing out on a fair bit of Mew.
幸い食料は十分にあるのだし。
The perviness is a little bit more Mew than either of them.
得策だわ。
うちも救助待ちに賛成。通信の異常は同盟の本部も理解してるだろうしさ。しばらくすれば異常に気づいて助けも来てくれるんじゃね。つうかこれだけのメンツが揃ってるんだし、みんなで集まって守りを固めた方がいいっしょ。
私も渋谷さんに賛成だ。今朝外を見たら黒いメカが洋館の周囲をぐるりぐるりと回ってきた。下手に脱出を図るよりも慌てずに洋館内の調査を続ける方がいいと思う。
私も異論はない。
書斎に本がたくさんあるから退屈しませんと。少女はあまりに参考にならない情報を口にした。
How's there a mystery voice? It's just Renegade, isn't it? Hi Cat, thank you for the jacket redeem. How are you? Just then I hear someone laugh. We all turn to look, only to see Renegade Detective grinning. He begins to speak, his voice dripping with mockery.
待つしかない？冷静に調査を進める？お気楽だね。犯人は今頃ほくそ笑んでいると思うよ。
どういう意味ですか？
そもそも今こうして温かい食事を食べていられることに違和感を抱かないのかな。今回の犯人はこちらの動きを完全に読んだ上でこの洋館に僕らを閉じ込めたというのにさ。
What Renegade Detective is saying suddenly makes sense. If the culprit wanted to annihilate us, there'd be no need to go to such lengths.
扉の鍵を壊しておけば、俺たちは今頃みんなあの黒いメカに殺されていたし、食料だって全部
I'm
処
very
分してお
tired.
け
I'm
ば
kind
いいだけだよ。
of running out of steam, but I don't want to end stream so
で
short.
はホームズよろしく。俺たちの前に広がる現実から犯人の企みを推理してみようか。この洋館が住みやすくされているということは、犯人の目的は一体何だということになるのか。
A torture game, a killing game.
この洋館が住みやすくされているということは、犯人の目的は一体何？
洋館に閉じ込めること。つまりここで時間を費やすことですよね。
素晴らしい回答
I
だ
don't
よ
have any
無
tea in my
能
house.
君。つま
I did
り
drink
俺
an
たちが
energy
今
drink
こう
today,
しても
which
た
I
も
need
た
to
と
stop
簡単
doing.
にふけている現状が
I think-
すでに八つ崎港の思惑通り。このまま何もせずに過ごし続ければ
He's like, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna throw myself out a window. The dining room falls silent. The cheery atmosphere suddenly turns frosty. The catastrophic scene from my dream flashes in the back of my mind.
このままじゃいけない。きっとあの惨劇は避けられない。
Renegade Detective is absolutely right, but he clearly gets a kick out of inciting chaos. We can't rely on him to help us avert catastrophe.
波の行動じゃ運命は変えられない。運命を変えるには相応の覚悟が必要だ。さあワト君、君の選択を見せてくれ。
はい。
If I want to save everyone, I'm gonna have to take action. What everyone needs right now is hope. Oh no, because they're facing despair, you guys. Suffice it to say, they want to avoid being trapped here like the enemy wants. She's just in our head. We thought we were going through psychosis, but she has actually demonstrated that she can independently observe things. Yes, our name is incompetent. Everyone's given a nickname, something to disguise their identity, and downtown named us incompetent. If I have to lie, then so be it. I've got to propose something that can break this deadlock.
でも策なんて何を。ホームズさんは何も教えてくれないし。いや、待てよ。僕じゃなくて、ホームズさんの言葉なら従ってくれるんじゃ。
I make up a bluff. It's a double-edged sword, and if I'm caught, none of them will ever trust me again. But it's the only way I can think of.
そうだ。一つ大切なことを思い出しました。
I fight past the stammering and get my words out. All eyes turn to me. My breath catches in my throat. It's over if they figure out I'm lying. I can't falter now. My body is moments away from shaking, but I keep it under control and begin to speak.
実はこの洋館にはもう一つ隠し通路があります。だからそれをみんなで発見して一刻も早く洋館から脱出しましょう。
Silence. My outburst takes everyone by surprise. They all just sit there staring at me in amazement.
隠し通路ですって？なぜあなたのような新入りがそんなことを知っていますの？序列上位の私でさえ知らないというのにちゃんちゃらおかしいですわ。
ホームズさんが死ぬ前に教えてくれたんです。
Wouldn't be surprised if there's a mandatory
本当
bad
に
end,
困
but
っ
I
た
don't
時は探してみろって。
think there will be.
あの女が
Posh detective falls silent. Holmes' words are the chief's after all. Not to mention, everyone here knows the chief was fond of me. It's compelling enough, if only just. As I predicted, the effect is
無
immediate.
能さん、リーダーは他に何と言っていましたか？
ごめんなさい。他には何とも。
用心深い彼女らしいですね。では、二手に分かれて捜査をしませんか？
どうして二手に分かれる必要がありますの？私は一人で結構ですわよ。
昨夜作ったこの監視カメラを1階と2階の主要な部屋に設置してほしいからです。
Taki takes out a large handful of small cameras from a cardboard box at his feet, arraying them on the table with Rowdy's help.
昨日作りたいものがあるとか言ってたのってまさか
Taki has
これ
been pretty quiet, yeah.
ええ、犯人が洋館の中に隠れているかもしれないなら必要だと思ったんです。渋谷さんの所有していたスマホのカメラを改造したものだから耐久性に不安が残りますけど、僕の所有するタブレットで全ての記録映像を確認できますよ。
これ全部渋谷さんのスマホなんですか？
そうだよ。仕事用とか友達用とかゲーム用とか探偵用とかいろいろと使い分けててさ、役に立ててよかったわ。
All of her phones were just cannibalized.
監視カメラの場所がわからないというのはストレスだと思うので、
皆さんに監視カメラの位置を共有しながら設置していきます。たださすがに12人が連れ立って行動するのは難しいので、1階と2階とで6人ずつに分かれて行動したいんですよ。
Oh, the exhaustion is really hitting
1
me.
は異議なーし。
僕も賛成。
Formation.
みんなで行動した方が安全だと思うしね。
さすがは科学殿である。我は
I'm
もちろん
fine.
協
We
力す
might
るぞ。
just end early so I can go pass
矢
out.
崎
Usually
港
I
の
don't
動
start
きを
this
監視
late.
す
I
る
think
こと
that's
で
probably part
襲
of the
撃され
problem.
にくくなる。とてもいい案だと思うよ。
The rest of the detectives follow downtown and me with their own seals of approval.
これでは私がわが
Get
ままみたい
fucked,
ではありません
Posh.
の。
I think we're gonna try and get to a natural break
わ
point
が
here.
ままなお嬢ちゃん。
もじゃろんげはお黙りなさい。私も協力すればいいのでしょ。協力すれば。
Despite Posh's huffing and puffing, she eventually acquiesces to Techi's suggestion, after which we split ourselves into 2 teams. After much discussion, I find myself in a team with these 5 detectives. Feel bad thinking it, but I'm relieved not to be working with Renegade and Posh, or there's likely to be less trouble this way.
ゲドウ君、私たちの管轄は1階だよ。一人で行かないでくれ。
Seems the other group, or at least Workaholic, is already having trouble. His shouting continues as the second team exits calmly. As we climb the stairs to the second floor, Holmes calls out to me in a soft voice.
先ほどの隠し通路を探すように仕向けたくだりはとても鮮やかだったな。まるで本当に私が君にそう語ったようにさえ思えたよ。
とっさの嘘にしては上出来でしたね。
Obviously, I wasn't told anything about another hidden passage. It was simply a lie to give everyone a goal to work together on. At the very least, it'll prevent us from just dawdling about until catastrophe strikes. This is the first step in preventing that tragedy.
私を出しにして他の探偵たちを導くとは、よく舌が回るようになってきたじゃないか。
きっと昨夜からずっとあなたの冗談を聞き続けているおかげでしょうね。ありがとうございます。
うんうん。皮肉まで言えるようになるとはいい傾向だ。この調子でどんどん探偵としてのスキルを高めていこう。だが、これでもし隠し通路を見つけられなかったときは、君は針のむしろだぞ。大丈夫か？
はい。覚悟の上です。
If we do nothing, I'll die alongside the rest. Better to take a gamble and bank on the remote chance that there really is a secret way out.
僕たち探偵が行動を
Why
起こ
is
さ
it
ない
hitting
と
me like all at
悲劇
once?
は覆りませんから。2階の客室も1階と同じ構造なんだね。
へえ、広さまで同じなのかな。例の見取り図をスマホでパシャっておけばよかったね。
I'm kind of worried that like this is going to be the first part of an investigation. I'm going to forget details of it.
広さも装飾も全く同じです。
True, Cat, you jinxed us.
1階と比べて若干扉の取り付けが歪んでいますね。だから扉が開けづらいのでしょうと少女は渋谷探偵の疑問に回答した。
要は
Yeah,
立て付けが悪いってことか。これだけ豪華な
we
建
might
物な
call
の
it
に
here
扉だけ雑すぎじゃね？
after this conversation.
待って、てかなんで見ただけでわかんの？すごくない？
I feel bad. I really enjoy this game. I'm just also like
文は
noticing more and more that like so I'm kind of struggling to keep up with it a little bit throughout this, but like
彼女が言うなら間
a
違
few
いない
minutes ago,
の
it's just
だ。
like I don't even know why it's like this, but whatever.
能力まさか
There's a second floor being
超能力的なもの
Yeah.
です
Well,
か？
I'm sure I'll remember that because it's one detail. I will forget,
Yeah.
and it'll be really
完
funny
全
for
記
everyone
憶能
else.
力はすごく珍しいけど、そんな超自然的なものじゃないよ。非常に優れた自伝的記憶 HSAM として医学的にも実証されているれっきとした能力だからね。
すごいではないか、
Probably.
文学殿。我は感動したのである。
Aw. Also, before I forget, if you're a YouTube channel member, go here and you can sign up for the giveaway to get the Supervive codes if you haven't already. It's only available to channel members. You can become one for $5 a month on YouTube. But if you're already one, then that's already available to you. And otherwise, you can enter the giveaway by donating to the VTuber SummerSlam thing starting tomorrow. That is also true. I think we'll probably call it here. Once we're done, I guess, placing cameras, or once we... Yeah, I'm just... this is like the shortest stream I've done in a long time. Actually, when was the last time I did one that was this quick? Let me see. Hold on. The last time was Overwatch, and that was 2 hours and 4 minutes, and that was because I just got really fucking tired of playing Overwatch. I remember that one. I was like, I was scheduled to play Overwatch, and then I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. And I was like, I need to get at least 2 hours of Overwatch, and then as soon as that was done, I went and played Stardew again. But yeah, I think we'll probably just call it here, because I would like to be fully conscious for this, and like I'm just finding that my brain is not really allowing me to do that. We're gonna save again just to make sure. I actually haven't played Overwatch really. Wait, no, I must have played it for the NB video came out after that, yeah. So I played it for that, and that's the only time I've played Overwatch in the last month. But yeah, make sure to go check out the video that's in the pinned comment. The one about nobody's learned from Overwatch's original sin. It's a fun one, it's a quick one. There's gonna be one about actually, let me return to the title because then that music is a fun little bop. But yeah, check out that video. Check out the VODs if you haven't already. There's gonna be a Your Turn to Die video out on Friday. Hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna try and wake up early and crunch through that shit. And then also tomorrow we're gonna be starting with the charity streams with the SummerSlam, which I'm also going to be rested for because there's a lot. Let me just see how many hours I've set myself up for with this. I think most of the people who are doing the SummerSlam are doing like a day of streaming for it. I'm doing probably about 8 hours tomorrow. And then Thursday is when Supervive, the first day of testing, starts at noon. So I'll probably go for like 3 or so hours then. And then more Stardew in the evening. And then all day on the 28th, pretty much. And then the video should also be out that day. And then on Saturday, more Supervive and Stardew. And then on Sunday, more Supervive and Stardew. So there's a lot going. It's a lot of some of that Supervive might get swapped out depending on how like exhausted I am.
Is rich in sensibility,
Hi Benny.
has excellent taste, and is full of talented artistic
We're actually
people.
just about to wrap it up for the night because I'm getting tired. Usually I don't end this soon. I feel bad when I do, but thank you for the hydration check as well. Yeah, I'm just a little tired. Gotcha. I will get some. I'll have a tablespoon of honey before I start recording. But yeah, let me see if I can find someone for us to raid out to real quick. I don't know who's live. This is usually around when I end the stream anyways, just because I'm usually usually just start 2 hours earlier than this. Ooh. I see if they have anything. Oh, you can ask a question. We're not in a huge rush or anything. What's up? Do it for I hate that. I hate that thing you just said. I think we need to sit in silence with what you just said. We don't get to have fun with the good music. Yeah, Remy, you can feel free to ask. I think we're going to end up rating out to Lunex as well. Not the music. You know what? Sometimes we need to be left to live with the choices we've made. This wasn't Puppo, this was Fossil. Don't blame Puppo. I don't know if Puppo's still here. Go ahead. Fossil, you're getting Puppo in trouble. With a cat. We're also tired. This is gonna... I am really enjoying this though. And I'm glad that this is like one of those games that like... It doesn't have a big fan base, but the people who do like it are like so invested. And so it's really fun to have everyone show up and be excited for it. Yes, everyone's EP hours. I'm not sleepy yet. Oh no. I mean, my sleep schedule's been getting really fucked up. I think, oh my God, that is why I'm tired today, isn't it? Because like my sleep schedule has been really bad for a while where I've been like up until like 3-4 in the morning, usually waking up between like 10 to noon because unemployment. But then it was like, today for whatever reason I woke up at like 7 and I thought I'd mostly be okay with it, but that probably is why I'm just like falling off a cliff. I don't think that, I mean, I think that's maybe a little bit of it. I think that the bigger reason for it is more so that like, the bigger reason for it is realistically that it's easier to come up with a hero concept that deals damage. Like it's just a much more open-ended one than healing or tank. And like, obviously you can do a lot of both, but like there's a lot of different guns in the world that you can give your characters. And then it's just harder to come up with a way to make healing work as satisfyingly and effectively and like good for the game. Yeah, for once Puppo was innocent and now he's getting called out. When he's gaslighting me all the time, everyone's like, that's fine. You're allowed to do that. But anyways, yeah, I think it really also is just more that like people just like it's a lot more exciting to come up with a DPS hero concept probably. And working on the supports is hard. Working on the tanks is hard. Especially now there's only one tank per team. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, whether you're here for some of the stream, all the stream, bits and pieces, all that good stuff. Here, we'll turn the music back on. Oh, wow, it was louder than I was expecting. We'll wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out that video again. Be sure to stick around. There's going to be fun stuff happening all week. And we're going to go out to Lunex, the cutie. Everyone, you have to call Lunex a cutie when we get there because Lunex is a cutie. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow for some Persona and for some Stardew. There's so much going on. Anyways, good night, everybody. The music is going to cut out and it's going to be really sad. I'm sorry. Bah.